I'm with Angie Dale, and Angie Dale is at Colburn Village Hall. There is lots going on down there, so we've been really intrigued as to what all the sewing and stitching is that's going on. We've donated some money, and I know lots of you have as well, so I think you'd like to know how it's been done and what it's been spent on. So Angie, tell me what you're doing.
Well, what we're doing is, it kind of like came through my sister, my big sister, Lorraine Hodgson, who lives in Richmond. And she heard about Melody, who lives in, where the hell does Mel live? I don't know, she's just left, Middleton Tires. And they were sewing scrubs. And Lorraine said, you know what, my sister can get us into the village hall. We'll come along and cut some fabric out, because obviously cutting the patterns is hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's about the pattern itself was a bit mind-blowing. So if you wanted to sew, it became an obstruction for some.
Yeah.
So we started, and then it is absolutely snowballs. Because I said we could do this in here, because with another hat on, we were already doing Meals on Wheels and care packages through the hub and calf. And sorry about my hair, I haven't straightened it for weeks, and I do digress. So we were already doing care packages and Meals on Wheels through the cafe. So we were already doing 30 lots of them, going out to people who were vulnerable and isolated, and sort of like making sure that we're getting fed and stuff like that. So we were already doing that link up within the community.
Yeah.
So we said, well, we could do this here. And I said, right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it on the village hall, but I won't do it until after the bank holiday. So we did.
Yeah.
That's what we did. And we've kind of like snowballed.
It's massively snowballed.
It's massively snowballed, massively, but all for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Absolutely all for the right reasons. Because when you're getting phone calls from people in Northallerton, Darlington, we're going right up the Dale, so we're up in Hawes, Leyburn, Hardraw. We're actually all over the place.
It's unbelievable, really, isn't it? When you look at what you've achieved in the time scale, it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. But as I said, it's not just me. So I want to take you for a little walk as I talk crap to you round the room. So we'll have a look round the room. So this is the girls cutting out. Are you going to say hello, girls? Can you see us?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see us?
Hi, everyone.
I'm not very good at. So this is the girls cutting out. I'm not very good at this video lark.
No, you didn't.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
So this is the girls cutting out. So this is the cutting out table. So when people put money in, it buys fabric. Okay, so we're cutting out here. We're cutting out mediums. We're cutting out larges. We're cutting out extra larges. We're cutting out smalls. And our fabric rolls comes in rolls like so.
Oh,
so
wow.
we get great big rolls of fabric delivered, which the lovely Mel spends hours sewing to the tape and everything to make it happen. So she does that. So we cut out the patterns. Then they go to the table where they're packed. So we then pack them. So are you ready?
Yes.
This is the packing table. So they're the sets ready to be done. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they go to the next stage. We're just running around the village hall as I talk to you. And somebody bought us some flowers and we were like, oh, isn't that lovely? And then they come onto this table here. So these are the sets ready to go. Believe it or not, that was absolutely chocker. And then we have the lovely Jim. This is Jim, who's just come back from Northallerton.
Hi, Jim.
You say hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
He's part of ABF. So he stands outside. This is the lovely Mel, who's a pain in the butt.
Hi, Mel.
We love Mel. She comes in and she keeps us right, and she's very good. She tries to keep me right, but I'm horrendous. And then
I'm leaving you a bit there.
So he's up and down the Dale. So that's what happens there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you lose?
Yeah,
all right, can you hear us?
We're good. We're back. We're fine.
And then we have the finishing school.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have the finishing school.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people might get a bit stuck on something, and we don't want to stop people sewing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, then we need to make sure that the scrubs that come in can be washed re-washed and washed again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pointless if they're going to force it.
Boil washed, someone said. Like on a
so this is the finishing section.
Right. Okay.
So we have a finishing section there with 2 machines on, and what we generally do there is if they haven't been overlocked down the seams or stuff like that, then that's what happens.
Right.
And then what happens is that when they pass the finishing school, they then come to, this is ready for delivery.
Oh,
So these are ready for delivery. When you look at the Facebook today,
yeah,
because we do a post every day, we've sent out today how many? Just short of 100 sets of scrubs today.
That's amazing. And where do they go, Angie?
Right, so they've gone to, we've just worked this out. They've gone to James Cook.
Yeah.
They've gone to York. They're going to Harrogate. They've gone into Aldborough St John's Doctor's Surgery. They've gone to Mowbray Doctor's Surgery. They've gone to Scotland Care Village. They've gone to Garrison Doctors. They've gone to the mental health team at Colburn. They've gone to the Terrace, Quake Lone. And we've even had somebody who's come in, a lovely lady called Michelle from Ravensworth, who took 2 sets to send to London.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? So they've literally gone all over. And the Friarage. So we've got some absolutely wonderful ones that they're stitching in Leyland that have come in, and we've particularly asked for these to go to the children's departments at James Cook and the Friar. Well, they don't really have one, but the bright ones to go to them kind of like areas.
Yeah, that's lovely. And how much demand is there for them in the hospitals?
It's still a high demand because we link in very closely with Yorkshire Scrubs.
Yeah.
And they're needing 5,000 in York.
Right. Wow.
5,000 in York. It's an awful lot.
Yeah.
But I think the grand thing that this has achieved or made us sort of like notice is people want to get involved. So we're tackling isolation and loneliness.
Yeah.
Because they can get the sewing machine out, they can stitch a bag, they can stitch a mask, they can crochet the bits, they can make a hairband. They can do. There's such a broad range of things that would get. Don't forget your cake. Have you picked your cake up? You've got your cake. Sorry, we've made lemon drizzle cake as well today.
Leaving that behind.
Yeah, we got the lemon drizzle cake in first thing in this morning, so we had something to snack on. So they're literally going all over, and the skill set means that if you're not very good, you can have a go.
Yeah.
So there's something for everybody, and I think that's why people like it.
Yeah.
And obviously, because it's pre-cut, they don't have to worry about patterns. They don't have to worry about fabric. All they have to worry about is
a technical bit, isn't it? Doing the cutting and that might put people off really looking at it.
Well, I think it's deciphering the pattern, because when the original first pattern comes through, it comes through in about 64. You've got to stick it together. So my sister, who is a seams mistress, and she's very clever. Yeah. She made the pattern so we could sort of like just get on and get it done. Yeah. But obviously, I mean, we're just trying to do something. Yeah. And plug a gap.
It's absolutely brilliant, and I've been following what you've been doing on Facebook, and I've been sharing it on our shop's Facebook, hopefully drumming up some stuff. And I know people who are friends of mine on Facebook are sewing for you, so I was like, I need to find out what's going on here so that we can spread the word about what you guys are all doing. I really appreciate it, and it's such a nice thing to be doing in the community. So
yeah, well, I think for me it's about meeting the people that come through the doors. I mean, one lady, she made me laugh. When you're having a really dull day, because we've got a request for an XXL and an XL, and we didn't have that cut. Yeah. And it was a rush order to go to, I think that was off to James Cook, 20 sets, 10 of each. And we were like, oh my God, we're going to have to make the pattern. And by the time we'd left, it was 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So 1:30 in the morning. So we'd cut it out, it was ready to go, and they went out to sewers, and they were coming in this weekend. That we were like, oh my God. And then this woman phoned me up the next day, and she said, Angie, she says, well, she didn't phone me, she texted me, she said, I'm just going to give you a donation because I've really messed these up. Well, we just laughed because we were all tired. We laughed our heads off. I phoned her up and said, do you know, you've really made our day, because we really did think at least you have the guts to go like say, I can't do it, I've messed it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. But the fact that then she said, I'll give you a donation. I said, well, you don't have to give us a donation because you're doing the scrubs. But money is, because we're funded on donations, that is an issue. We need more pennies because otherwise we can't buy fabric.
Yeah, and the easiest way to donate is to just, I can't remember how we did. We sent you a back payment, I think. So is that the easiest way?
It is, because what the first thing we did, because with anything, if you're wanting to get pennies in, what you need to do is make sure you've got somewhere where it can go. Yeah. So because with another hat, I'm Treasurer Secretary of the Village Hall, I said, right, we're registered charity, people can just send us the money, and as long as they put scrubs on it, which you can actually see when they send it in anyway, because it comes in some are hundreds, some are sort of like 16, some are 40s. And then what I do is I transfer the money that comes in to Mel, and she orders the fabric. Right. So that's the easiest way to keep a log of it, and then she gives me the receipts for it, and that's just how we're doing it.
Right, so what I'll do on this video is underneath I'll put the back payment so that people can, I'll put your instructions off your Facebook so that people can make a donation if they want to. What do you need any more volunteers? I mean, where are you with that?
Well, because of the social distancing, because obviously you've got to bear in, I mean, because if we could all be together, this village hall would be a buzz of activity. It would be absolutely manic. But it is manic anyway for drop-off anyway in the morning. That's why this is the first opportunity I've got to kind of like get back to you. It's absolute, and everybody's 2 meters apart and the conversations that are going on. So we're very conscious about who we have in the hall for our safety, as well as the people that are coming into the hall safety. So we've got a cutting A and a cutting B team. And obviously when people are cutting out, it's about, we don't want waste. No. Because we don't want waste, and it's quite simple. So we've tried to limit the teams that cut out. So that's just how we're doing it. And volunteers have been lovely, absolutely lovely. If I put a shout out, they're here.
Which is right, isn't it?
It's right, but Jim at the minute, Jim from ABF, Jim Duffy, he at the minute is sort of like picking up and doing Updale, Downdale, and going all over the place. But I have got a list of people who have come in and dropped stuff off. Their husbands are saying, you know what I mean, if you need it to go somewhere, give us a shout, I'll come and pick up. Yeah. And the very onset, we're linking with the COVID-19 groups as well. Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many people wanting to do stuff, but we still have duvets, old bits of fabric to make scrub bags. Yeah. We still have to material. People have to sort out so if they've got any elastic for masks, because that'll be the next thing. Is people who want face masks. Yeah, so we're now knocking on to face masks with. We've kind of like looked at them and thought, right, if we leave a space at the bottom, they can put a sheet of kitchen paper in, which is that third layer that they can take out. So we're trying to think.
That's such a good idea, isn't it? So that people aren't trying to take the medical grade ones, they can make homemade ones. You know, and I think that's probably going to be the way it's going to go. And I think a lot of people are going to want them. So it's good. Yeah.
But then I mean, so we've got volunteers making those at the moment. So yeah, we're just really busy, really busy. I'm like that. But it's a good kind of busy.
It's lovely. You're inspirational, all of you doing your sewing, because I think it's just so nice. But I think we all feel a bit useless sat at home. You know, I mean, I'm still working. I've still got to run my business. But even though I'm still sat at home, I feel like, you know, you're doing such an honourable thing. It's really nice for people to be able to see what you're doing.
Yeah, but yeah, today the piles that we sent out. I mean, and when you look at the Facebook page tonight, you'll think, oh my God. I mean, we've literally sent out over this last week and this weekend, we've estimated over 200 sets of scrubs.
Brilliant, absolutely.
So that's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's phenomenal, yeah, it's fantastic.
And that's all people at home and from all different age groups as well.
Yeah, and it's
my youngest is 8.
Really?
She's 8, little Nora, and mum's called Claire. They live in Colburn, and she's been stitching scrub bags for the NHS. And her mum's been doing scrubs. We've got people designing hair bands because people want it done with the crunchy bits at the bottom. So they've gone out today. Yeah, so we just, and And people keep saying to me, what about care homes? I'm like, well, my father-in-law's in care, you know what I mean? And I want to make sure those people are protected.
Yeah.
But they give us a donation for material, and that's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. And that's absolutely fine. And I think it's fair enough, isn't it? And I think
I should have done my hair. I keep looking at my hair, thinking, I might just stick it in a ponytail.
You look amazing, Angie. You look amazing.
I look rough.
You don't, honestly. It's been great hearing about what you've been doing. I think it's absolutely inspirational, and I think it's lovely for the community to be able to see what they're achieving and what's going on. And, you know, if anyone wants to get involved and send you some money, well, great. You know, the more the merrier.
Yeah, well, one lady had actually, she had sold a dining room table, and she gave us the money.
It's just
like that. I won't say her name because she'll get embarrassed, but I was like that. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, and she hasn't got a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought, wow, that's lovely. That really is lovely.
Yeah, so people, I think it's really nice, because if you can't sew or you can't do something, or just you can send you some money, and you can actually see the scrubs that you're making.
Yeah.
They're being sent out, so it's not like I'm just making some random donation. It's like you can actually see where it's going to. So it's absolutely brilliant. So,
we've made some right Bobby Dazzlers.
Yeah,
right Bobby Dazzlers.
I've seen some that Sue's done, to my friends, and you know, it's just been amazing. I've seen them on the stage, and I'm like, wow, it's just amazing.
Well, Sue really likes it. Sue likes to pick the different coloured pockets. She likes her pockets and her bits on the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. What have you done today then, Sue?
No, it's absolutely great. It's absolutely great.
And that's what it's about, isn't it?
It is. It's about everyone doing stuff together, and you know, is there anything anyone else can do for you, or anything you need, or?
Generally, no. Just keep donations are great. To keep us going. I mean, obviously, and at some point, people say, "When are you going to stop?" And we're like, "When they don't need the scrubs."
Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
When they don't need the scrubs, we'll stop.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant.
You know what I mean? Because we've probably got about 70 people sewing.
Yeah.
So we've got 70 people and 70 people stitching.
Yeah.
And some of them are collected into one area, so they'll collect, like Labour will collect, and then they'll bring them down here and we distribute. So we've had some right lovely ones come today that have gone to the paediatrics department. I think I've said this in Northallerton, but they were lovely.
Yeah,
they really were.
Like bright colours and nice for the kids to look at.
They made out of duvets. Duvets. And there were butterflies, there were patchwork, they were gorgeous. And I'm thinking,
pictures back when they're wearing them so that you can see. Do you put them on your Facebook and stuff?
Well, I have actually asked, because obviously we send them on, then they get boxed up, and then they get sent to where they're needed.
Yeah.
But I've asked for some pictures to come back. I said specifically some of these bright ones and some of our blues and our nice ones, so that the guys can see. And that's why when people come in, you'll see all these ladies and gents stood there with scrubs, holding them up like that, because I'm like that. No, you need to go in the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, exactly. No.
And what I have asked is when the volunteers are dropping off and picking up, can they get a picture of who they're picking up from, or can they send me a picture so that I can? These are our people who are isolating, who are stitching, because we don't see those, and there's as many of them as there is walking through the doors.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you doing with those pictures? Are you putting them on your Facebook, or are you?
They're all going on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where they're all going. They're all going onto our Facebook page.
Because we need to be able to see these people and what they're doing.
Oh, there's loads being put on over the last few days.
Yeah.
But I don't know another way of doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because
I think that's a good way. I think that's really nice. And what we do is we'll either tag your Facebook or link to your Facebook from ours, so that if anyone wants to be able to get onto it who's not already, they can do. So it'll help that along. So yeah, that's lovely. Well, thank you very much, Angie.
No problem.
Sorry to take up your valuable sewing time.
I'm not sewing. I go on to the overlocker.
Oh, right.
I'm the overlocker woman. I'm a finisher. I haven't had time to sew. I mean, literally this morning we said, well, we'll open for an hour. This was at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
What time is it now?
God knows. No,
Clocks don't work in here.
There you go. So we're only opening for an hour. That's
Yeah.
what I say. We're only opening for an hour because it's Saturday. We're only opening for an hour and it's quarter. Yeah. By the time we leave, it'll probably be 3:30, 4:45.
Yeah. So you've been down there hours. So yeah.
Yeah. We're down here hours. Absolutely hours to make sure that it happens. But it's not just a person.
No.
It's lots of us.
It's like a beehive, isn't it?
It absolutely is. It's like a beehive, and without one of us, it wouldn't work. Do you know what I mean?
It's just so lovely seeing everyone working together and doing all this stuff.
But they're still stitching in the background, so
yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah.
they're not. No, they're cutting out. Say hello, girls. So they're still cutting out in the background as we're talking.
Yeah.
And we've got the lemon drizzle cake in the oven again. We've got another lemon drizzle cake on the go. And then we're going to do date and walnut. So we like to be fed. We like cakes.
So you should. It's the least you can expect. So, no, that's lovely. Thank you so much, Angie. And I'll put this, this will go out on our Facebook. And
Okay.
Hopefully you'll get some more donations from anyone who hasn't donated already. So.
Right. Okay, my darling. You take care. Bye.
Later. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, done.